Good
Good
morning.
morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
We are back. Y'all know I say it every day and in living color. Good morning, everybody. Thank you all for joining us this morning. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You know how you had your welcome pieces at church back in the day? Oh, I'm dating myself. Let's let that go. Welcome to the BYOB morning show. Um, Today is a great day. Today is the beginning of another fresh start. Every day is the beginning of a fresh start if you embrace it that way. I am Rose Fauntleroy. I am your virtual time and sales genie. I help clients to reclaim time so that they can reclaim their bottom line. Well, how do I do that? I give you extra hands because you only have two. And you can't do all the things you need with just those two. You need extra. So, with that said, I'm going to pass it off to my beautiful co host this morning. We have somebody new with us, and for them to tell you all hello, and we'll be on our way.
Hello, everybody. My name is Ebony, and I have a lot of personality. So if y'all ain't up, y'all gonna be up after this show, okay? I am a custom wig maker, and I absolutely love what I do. I love working with women. Oh my gosh, you guys are so amazing. I always say whenever I've been down, it's always been a black woman that said, "Girl, pick that chin back up and put that crown on your head." So even when I have been weak, women have always helped uplift me and everything else. And I am just so happy to be here and to wake your ass up.
All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Happy. What's today? You know, the days we running together of the week. What's Wednesday?
Yes,
Yeah.
Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday. Happy Hump Day. What's
That's
good,
good.
everyone? Rose, it is a blessing to wake up. Did y'all say thank you, Jesus? I mean, just the fact, forget what happened yesterday, whether it was bad or good. We doing it again today. We starting it over. We know what we did yesterday, what was good, what was bad. So let's make adjustments accordingly. And we finna get out here and hit the ground running. And what we coming at with you today is going to exactly help you with that. And with that being said, I am Kayshawn Brooks. I am the owner of a luxury skincare and holistic business called Renew You Body Butters. I not only provide alternative remedies for my clients, for their skin, hair, and their body, I also partner with individuals who want to do the same thing and make additional income. I'm all about that. Renew your skin, renew your life, and finding multiple ways of streams of income to make that happen. And what we're talking about today is going to do that for me. Create multiple stream after multiple stream, and we about to get it on.
Good morning. Good morning. Welcome back. It's Wednesday, as Kason said, to a brand new day. We had another chance. We had another chance to get this thing called life right. Welcome to the BYOB Morning Show. I'm Verlyn Smith Randolph. I am the fear fighting rose of audacity, and I help women to fight their fears and regain their courage and self esteem and confidence lost through life experiences, and to help them to emerge into full bloom, to live their best life possible. We thank you for joining us again this morning on this Wednesday morning. We're in the middle of a week, which means we can only go forward. So we won't
Right.
look behind. We can only go forward from this very moment on. Welcome to the BYOB Morning Show, and I'm happy to see we have a new guest this morning, a fresh new face, Miss Ebony. We like to welcome you with us this
Yes.
morning with that good old huge personality of
Right.
hers.
She's making all us up this
Welcome you. Welcome. So this morning we're talking about again the free women grant. Here we're back at it again. You. If you missed it back in the spring, when Coach first launched it, and you weren't able to take advantage of it because you're kind of apprehensive about, will I be a recipient of the grant? Is this real? Is this fake? Is this all of this? Well, we on the second phase. We starting over all over again because the first one was a huge success. And so you're supposed to build and grow. So we growing from that one onto the second one. So you can go to bit.ly, Free Women 2020, and apply for a grant for certification. We have 12 different grant programs. You can go to the site there and look it over and see what sparks your interest and apply. Because if you don't apply, you won't receive the grant.
You won't win.
That's for sure. That's a for sure right there.
Berlin.
Go ahead.
You know, I be scrolling through Facebook a lot. So, because I mean, scrolling through Facebook, minding my business, being nosy. And I come across a lot of business owners who I read that women, and sorry men, I just don't really come across y'all posts very often, but a lot of women, Black women, are afraid of getting money. And it surprises me because, we all have these huge goals with our businesses. But a lot of the times we take that money out of our own personal family funds. And so with this right here, and we don't have, normally most of the time when we hear about grants or we hear about any money that's being given, we don't have the right tools or the right handheld, because the buddy system is this, because ex-military here. So we don't have a battle buddy to help us through it. And this is exactly what this program is. It's a bunch of women with the same goal, even though we have different goals, if that makes sense.
It do.
It does. It makes a lot of sense. And you're right about fear. See, women, they don't have a fear of doing what we have to do. We don't have a fear about doing what we have to do.
Right.
We had that fear about doing what we might want to do for us. For us. We don't have a fear about doing what we have to do because we're going to do what we have to do to get it done. We're going to conquer that fear. But when it comes down to me, the person, you, the woman, we kind of second guess that thing. I don't know if you ladies can.
Or because, that is such a great point from both of you. That is such a great point from both of you. You are absolutely right, Verlin. We don't have a fear of taking care of our families, feeding our families, getting those bills paid, making it do what it does.
We're going to make sure that T is crossed. Okay.
And those I's are dotted. We will go to the wall and we will fight anyone to take, and we will fight and win anyone who tries to step in the way of us taking care of our loved ones and our families. What we don't put that, then turn around that same skill and put that on us alone and say that we are just as important. Once we get everything that we perceive is necessary done, we tie it and we sit down, or we say, well, I'll just put this on the back burner for me,
right,
come back to it later, without realizing that if we put that on the front burner and put that same energy into creating us and our dreams, that funds the family, that funds the legacy, that funds the wealth building, because it said you cannot pour from an empty cup. And we tend to empty our cups out on everything else except ourselves. And once we can put that on ourselves in a full cup, what runs out that cup is what we should give to others. So y'all both have made a good point. And to your point, Ebony, yeah, a battle buddy. I like that. A business bestie. We've started a program like that. That's the one thing about being in a community. But having a buddy, because where you might be weak, your buddy may be strong. So you all feed off of each other and push each other forward. Oh my God, y'all have just warmed my spirit this morning.
You know what you were making me think of was the first round of all the interviewees of the grant program. You know, some people just didn't make it. You know, some people, you know, had the interview and they, you know, for whatever reason, you know, didn't or couldn't. But even, you know, I started thinking about those because there were some, you don't know what this is until you really come over here and come learn the information because you only know what Uncle Google and Auntie YouTube been teaching you. So it can seem overwhelming when you get here. But those of you who thought about it, who saw, you've been watching, you've been seeing, you know, so you have some receipts to see, you passed that opportunity up and like, damn, you know, it's been 3 months. I would have been done, you know, graduated with everyone. My business would be popping, jumping off right now. But you didn't because of fear for whatever reason, or because sometimes as us as women, as all three ladies have said, we don't put ourselves first. And when we do start to do it, it's a challenge to keep doing it because I've been working on myself to put myself first. And it's easy. It is so easy to revert back and, you know, like, oh, well, the kids need this, you know, so I'm going to go without this. You know, well, my husband won't do this, so I'm going to stop doing that, like how my mindset used to be. And it's like, no, I carried y'all, you know, for a quarter century. Let y'all literally break my back down, you know. So now I'm moving different. I'm doing something different because I know to do something different. And being in this community helps that. Taking advantage of these opportunities. A lot of you have been asking for help, you know, or you've been wanting to, you feel that nudge to do something different. You know, here we are again. I done told y'all, you know, some resources. You got some money coming in. This is an amazing opportunity. And it's not just business. You're getting business and life over here, and you're building a community. You know, most programs. What were you going to say, Ebony?
I said you just brought up a really good point that I kind of wanted to hit on because you kind of just went over it so fast. But you said, you know, you dedicate so much stuff to just your family. And I don't take that lightly because growing up, it's kind of like we do what we've seen and we do what we've heard. And so growing up, my mother dedicated her whole, I was adopted. So my mother raised her children and then she adopted more, which included me. My mother dedicated her whole life, her whole adulthood to not just my father, but to the children. And even though she thought that what she was doing was the right thing to do, I never see my mother go and hang out. I never see my mother put herself first. And when my baby was first born and I was going through postpartum depression, I felt guilty because I did not want to stay home. I was 23 years old. I did not want to stay home with my newborn son because I wanted to go out. 9 months not drinking, 9 months not doing anything, 9 months not fitting to my clothes. Look, y'all, I was so ridiculously slow with things that when I gave birth, I thought for sure I was going to be in that size 6 again. Okay, what I went in that hospital in is what I had to leave out that hospital in. And I think it's very important. So a lot of the times women are afraid of what our children, of what our people around us are going to think of us if we put ourselves first. And I am here to tell y'all, put yourself first. Normalize putting yourself first. I am not going to let children go through that same poison that I went through. My boys will know. Mommy go and hang out with her friends. My mommy go and get her nails done and her toes done. My mommy needs her space. My mommy needs to be happy because if I'm not happy, I will make this whole house miserable.
You better
Whether
tell
I
it.
need
That's
to.
a good point. That's
You
a good
better
point.
tell it.
Yes. So, I mean, a lot of the times we've had this whole mindset of we got to put everybody else first. But if you don't take care of this person right here,
Absolutely.
you're going to wake up one day and you're going to find out that you was bitter, that you was unhappy, and that you just don't look like you want to look, because beauty is in the things that we do. I'm happy with what I do so my skin glow. If you're not happy with what you do, you're going to wake up and you're going to see them bags. Because I've done it before. Woke up with bags under my eyes and I'm like, oh my goodness. You know, you start, stress does something to us. And a lot of the times as women, we feel like we can take on that stress, like we can hold the whole world on our shoulders. And you don't have to do that. This is 2020. It is okay to put yourself first. Anybody that tells you not to put yourself first, get away from that poison.
Get away.
Absolutely.
Run.
You make some really good points, and it's good to hear that coming from a younger generation, because we were taught, just like you saw that, but you knew that you wanted to do different, and it's okay to be different and to do differently.
Right.
Because when I was raising my daughter when I was younger and she was younger, I always let her know there's mommy and me time. You also, as a little child, need your time and your space, but mommy needs her time too. And if you teach them that young, they will grow. When they grow up, they will continue those traditions for themselves and for their family. So you make a really good point. So, ladies, that's why you need to apply for a business grant for your business. It's
Right.
and make it all about you this go round, because I know that there was someone out there when they saw us doing this back in the spring.
Mm-hmm.
And they were afraid to apply. One, it may have been because they don't like to do paperwork, or they think their paperwork is not in order, and they're going to get a no. Well, that's not the case. There's something here to serve you. We have 12 different certifications: business coaching, life coaching. Maybe you have a knack for wanting to be healthy and staying healthy and teaching other people to be healthy. Health coaching, executive coaching,
Money
maybe
mindset.
money mindset. Maybe you want to you want to transform out of the workplace, but you still want to use your executive corporate skills that you've developed over the years. You can turn that into your executive coaching program. So there's something here. If you go to bit.ly/free women 2020, you can get all the details and see what's there. And fill out the application for information. You know, Kayshawn, I saw you all last night. Y'all did an excellent job. Y'all made some excellent points. Fill out the application and get the information. You don't pay any money up front.
Right.
You get the information, and then you decide, one, if it's for you, and two, which area you want to go to. That's all I
And
have.
then too, you said something even more important: community. I was watching Coaches Live this morning, and she started talking about community, and I realized how having a community, it's not a want, it's a need.
Right.
We need a community of like-minded people, because that's we as humans, we crave for growth. We crave for conversations. We crave for people. You know, we're not meant to be alone. We are not.
No.
And so with the community of women that think a lot like you, you can thrive, girl. Thrive.
So much more.
Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of who you are supposed to be. Don't be afraid of that. Because you know what? I've looked myself in the mirror sometimes, and I know what I'm capable of. Heck, I gave birth to 2 boys naturally. Can't nobody tell me I can't do nothing.
All right.
Okay.
Right.
I know how powerful I am, and I know what my worth is. And y'all know what y'all worth is too. You don't even need me to tell you that your business and the things that you want is worth it. But get in this community. Girl, what you got to lose?
Not a damn thing.
What, you gonna gain community, you gonna gain a girlfriend that's gonna tell you, yes, girl. When you tell her I got this certification, she gonna understand the work that it took to get it. And she gonna be able to congratulate you. Y'all ever did something and it took a lot of energy? A lot of energy, and you told the wrong people, and they was just like, yeah, that's good.
Now that's a good point.
Be like, do you know what I just accomplished?
Yeah,
that's a great point, because that is another testimony to community, because you have to be careful who you share your dreams and your goals with. And if they are not on that, in tune to that vibration, they'll look at you like, what are you talking about? Because that's not what they're into, that they're not there, or they have dreams of their own and they're afraid to pursue them. And then they see you pursuing them, all excited about them, and they kind of turn a blind ear to that. So that's a power and testimony to a community of like-minded people.
Can I piggyback off of that, Rose?
You most certainly can.
When also, too, you have people who will not support you just because you are doing something different. And I'm experiencing that myself. You know, literally all of my immediate family, extended family, you know, there's like a hand-selected few. I mean, literally friends. I mean, the closest people to me. And I'm doing this on my own and with the people that God has led me to, which is this community is one of them. And, you know, I used to think like, you know, with the fear, like I can't do this by myself, or, you know, why am I doing this? Or why is everybody so damn evil? You know, no one's real. You know, like, am I the realest person on the planet around here? Like, why is it just I got to accept all this abuse, hurt, and pain, and just keep going and just keep taking, you know, like I got 1,000 miles away from people, and to this day they still trying not to breathe. I'm like, leave me alone, and you still messing with me. I'm over here with my new family. They ain't caused me no drama, no hurt, no pain. They push me, they motivate me, they encourage me, they support me on all levels of life, business, life, mentally, spiritually. I mean, I can't even go through all the things, but if you're alone right now, basically is what I'm saying. You have no support, because I've always been that. I've been that one. You're going to learn about me and what I've been through in due time, but I've been that one that always had to make that comeback, you know? And so if you're alone, you don't have to stay alone.
Show them.
You do not have to stay alone. You know, if your family tripping, your husband, your wife, your kids, auntie, uncle, grandparents, mama, daddy, whoever, if they don't support you, you got a community over here that will. You know, and Rose, you touched on something about, no, Ebony, you said you would go tell someone about how you did this certification, and because they don't understand the level of work, you know, that it went into, their non-excitement, it'll bring you down, you know, like as in like, well, maybe I shouldn't have did it, you know, because they don't understand.
It discourages you. It'll discourage you. And the thing about it, as you were saying, Kayshawn, all you have to do sometimes is to change just a little bit and want to do something for you. People will fall off. I'm here to tell you. People who friends I have had for, oh my God, forever. When I started working towards me and doing for me, they fell off.
Because God places
I didn't see them any difference. I just kind of focused on me, but still was making time for them, and they fell off.
They fell off.
Because everything that's supposed to happen happens in due season. And I'm sure, Verlin, when they fell off, you didn't really notice it at first, and then one day you woke up and was like,
why is my burden light?
And then you realize, well, that wasn't for me anyway.
Mm-hmm.
You know, some people be around you for your energy.
Right.
Okay. Sometimes, and if y'all haven't already, go ahead and share this podcast, because sometimes you don't know who needs to hear this stuff, because you never know who is suffering in silence. Because as women, we suffer in silence. Yes, we don't suffer on the outside. But you just don't even understand sometimes how big your spirit is, and how you could feed somebody else, and you just feeding them, you giving them into their cup, you giving them to their cup, and then one day you realize your cup is just empty. You ever just been by yourself and just was like down, out, everything? You ain't picking up the phone, calling nobody, and your phone don't go off, even though you check in on them. You ever had to dry somebody else's tears and sit there for hours, and I mean at the most inconvenient hours of the day, only for when you on your downfall, they putting the water down the slide so you can go down faster.
Right? So
you got to do stuff for you, and I understand us as women. That stuff is so hard to do that, because you want everybody around you to just grow and to flourish and all of that stuff. But guess what? That's not the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. Because sometimes, like you guys are saying, the who we think we for, they ain't for us. It's the people that's over here that we was fighting. So if y'all ain't got in this class, y'all fighting y'all community. Y'all fighting y'all purpose. Stop fighting your purpose. You know where you're supposed to be at. You can feel where you're supposed to be at. Do it for you. Do it for your well-being. Do it so that you can wake up in the morning and you can just smile. And when you notice that you ever just smiled and you didn't even realize how happy you was, you start talking to the strangers on the street. Good morning. How you doing? You talking to the grocery lady like, thank you for doing my groceries. I'm so thankful for you.
Right.
You singing to Beyonce in the car. You just happy. That's
and
where
you're right, Ebony. It does make a difference. And it makes a difference because you've made a decision for yourself. You didn't make a decision that was going to benefit the family or the friend or the neighbor. You made a decision for you. You finally turned all of that over and into yourself. And by doing that, it does give you a renewed spirit. It gives you a renewed outlook on life. So when you, like you said, when you wake up in the morning, you wake up smiling because you know that there's this thing that you're going to do, that you are building for yourself, but that will also serve others. So, ladies, if you haven't shared the broadcast, please share the broadcast, because you know the mantra. Sharing is caring. And go over and fill out the application at bit.ly/freewomen2020, because there are no greater words to hear than "I just got funded."
Right? You know what, Verlin?
Got funded.
You were so right when you said when you choose you first, people will fall off. Mm-hmm. And for these past couple of years, since I've turned on the choose me first button, that people have just been falling off. And Rose, like you said, it's like dead weight being lifted. Like I didn't even realize it was like 6 months had passed, 9 months had passed. And it was like, oh, well, what happened to so-and-so? And then you realize that, and you kind of want to reach out, but then don't. You got to realize that God will remove people out of your life. You have to let them go.
And it's not a bad thing. We don't want to make it seem like it's that, like the person is bad or whatever.
Yeah, it's just
exactly. It's everything in a season. Everything has a season. It just means that they are not on that same journey that you are on. It doesn't make them a bad person. It doesn't make you a bad person. It just means that your priorities don't match now. And you got to realize, and I think this is one thing that we don't realize. Everybody wants what they want for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And the person who's connected to you, maybe for your energy, it's because they need that energy to feed them. Everybody wants what they want, just like you want what you want. So
Right.
why is everyone else a priority and you're not?
We taught that when we're young. That
We
right
are.
there, I have to stop myself with my kids. I'm not even kidding y'all, because we teach our kids to always put other people first.
Yeah,
We really do. And sometimes I had to realize that I was doing it to my sons. And I had to be like, oh no, I don't want them to one day be in their late 20s and be like, wait a second, what I done did for me? Because everything in this world is a give and take.
That's right.
If you always give it and you don't never take, you gonna run dry.
It has to be exactly. You will run dry. It has to be a balance.
I did. I ran dry and was just like, it hurt so bad, that I gave to everyone, all these years. And when I ran dry, because it was like, God was like, you know what? Since you ain't gonna listen, you just you don't see what I see. He was like, I'm trying to wake you up, Kayshawn. And he was like, since you want to keep giving, I'm gonna let him suck everything out of you. And because he did that, now I know these blood-sucking leeches, parasitic things is trying to do. All they trying to do is suck the life up out of me. And now I got the problem. I'm crazy because I said no more.
Hey,
and
when you say no,
Right.
when you start saying no, and without explanation, you gonna see who gonna walk out, because the real ones,
when you
turn away because of that,
no.
they gonna realize that you set your boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
That's it right there. There's
Set
that word. Boundaries, setting boundaries. And like I said, everybody wants what they want for themselves. And like you said, Ebony, if they are really in your corner and really your friend, they'll understand when you say no. But they're so used to you saying yes.
Yes.
And people get used to you saying yes. So when you come with that no, it's like the end of the world for them.
It is.
But think about it. It also is the end of the world for you too, because it's the end of that particular world.
Mm-hmm. New season, new level.
New season, new things, new levels.
Because you know what? When you ain't got no money, and you can't go to the clubs, you can't go to the bar, you can't go out to dinner with them, you can't do this and that with them. Guess what? They gonna stop calling your phone anyway.
That's right.
So you got to get in this program, that way you can get you some coins. That way your household funds can stay your household funds.
Exactly. You don't have to rob Peter and Paula and all of them to be able to do things. I'm gonna tell you something, Ebony. I'm laughing when you said go to the club and all that kind of stuff. But with the Coronora right now, that sounds kind of good. I wish I don't even really do that, but go out to eat and have some drinks, that sounds kind of good right now.
Look, Disney World over here, because I'm in Florida, they packed. They turning people around.
Girl, let me tell you something. I don't care if I never see another amusement park as long as I live. I done rode every roller coaster, all that, because I like to do all that crazy stuff. But for the Coronora, I think even going to the park right now sounds good.
It does. It does. It does.
My whole point, you guys,
do something for you.
You have to do that for you.
Yeah, and in this season, you finally have the time, because we always sing the "I Don't Have Time" song. We can sing that song to the rafters, but the Coronora said, "I've given you some time where you're supposed to be sitting down, and time to regroup and rethink. And this is the season." That's right, Vicky. Choose better, choose different, choose more, choose you. Yes, Vicky. Go ahead, Vicky. That's it right there. And now you have the time to make those choices. Let's choose you.
Choose you, then plan everything else around you.
And you
So
really,
because
once you choose you, the rest of it will fall into place.
Mm-hmm.
You think
it's
it's
a domino.
going to all fall apart. But what is supposed to stay and what's supposed to go will when you choose you. It's not selfish.
It's not.
It's selfless to choose you because you can't serve others until you serve you first.
You know what? I would be dead right now if I didn't choose me a couple of years ago. I would be, because that's how much, literally, when I'm saying they was sucking the life out of me, my body was deteriorating. You know, I was killing myself. And now I'm healing. When you choose you, you start to heal. And the people, they recognize it and they'll learn, you know. So, and it's not easy, just like losing weight, gaining weight, growing hair, all that stuff. It takes time, you know, and you just have to stay at it, you know, and it's a battle. You're going to get tested because when you choose you, these people, they're gonna make you try to feel guilty, like you the wrongest person on the earth, like you never did all the stuff that you ever did. But it's okay. You like, you know what, if that's what you think, so what? But I'm gonna be over here in this community where we all choosing us, because when we choose us, we ain't doing nothing but trying to make everybody win.
That's right. That's right. That's a great point. That is a great point.
That if we didn't say, oh, I'm choosing me and F the rest of you for the rest of my life. We never said that.
That's not what we're saying.
We're trying to make it better. We choose us. So could you imagine my kids' lives if I wasn't here and wasn't around? I mean, but because I chose me, I'm still here. I get to stay here. You know, choosing you is not a bad thing.
It's not different. A bad thing, right? It's a hard thing, girl. It's a difficult thing, but there's nothing wrong with choosing you and finding your no.
That's right, finding your no.
When you find your no, it's not so much as a bad thing. It's no, because I'm choosing me. Mm-hmm. It's a hard thing. On both ends, it's hard when you know you've been used to doing for others all the time. Stop, give and go. I used to say that all the time. I stop, I give, I go. Stop, give, and go. And I just keep on and on and on until I realize that I am to serve from my saucer and not my cup.
That's right.
That's why your cup runneth over.
That's right. Come on, girl.
Cup runneth over so that you can serve others. But I had that thing reversed. To the end of the day, we all not alone. At the end of the day, you had nothing left for you.
Nothing.
And you feel depleted, and it's like, this can't be how it's supposed to be.
That's how I woke up and was like, nah, God. Everybody dogging the hell out of me.
It has to be more. And you have that feeling, that quickening, as they call it, that feeling down inside that lets you know that there is more. But the thing is how to get to more. And Kayshawn, you made a great how to get to more, but you made a great point. When you don't choose you, we don't realize by not choosing us how it can affect our bodies, not just our outward, but our inward. It can make you sick. And you end up with different diseases and things because you haven't chosen you.
I can talk all about it.
You want to choose you, but then at the last second, you go ahead and you give that what you were going to give to you, you give it to someone else. And then down inside, you become resentful, but you hold it in. And you think holding it in is letting it go. But it's really not letting it go. It's letting it roll around on your insides and affect different parts of your body and things the way you function.
And then you think they're going to take care of you when you sick, suffering with all of that. And they're going to be like, no, give me more, keep going. Why you stopping? Why you slowing down? I don't give a damn that you sick. Keep going. Keep going. Give me.
I want to bring up a really good point. Do you notice that all of us is nodding our heads to the same thing, which means that we have all experienced very similar things.
Oh, of course. We can't talk about it if we haven't experienced it.
Right. And so for the audience out there that's listening to us, I know y'all doing the same thing. It don't matter if you a business person or if you just a stay-at-home mom or if you just work your 9-to-5 job. We have all come across succubus. We have all, and that is poison. And it's just incredible to me that we all have fallen into the same well, and we have all had to find a way to climb out of it. And the crazy thing about it is that we had to find a community that could help us get out of that well, because the ones that got us in there, they still trying to pull us down.
Mm-hmm.
You know how many times I've had to cry because I keep doing for others and keep doing. I make posts about it now because I want to be able to relate to people, because a lot of the times I get embarrassed. It's embarrassing to know that I've given myself to people who wouldn't even do it for me, But I realized something and I made a post about it. I've been doing things for people. It's not that they wouldn't do it for me. They wouldn't even do what I did for them for themselves.
Bam.
Right.
Now that right there is deep. We do more for others than they would even consider doing for themselves.
Look, they'll have us doing more stuff for them than
Things
they
would never think to do for themselves. But I wouldn't say it's an embarrassment, Ebony. I look at it as life's lessons. Because if you did not go through that, you could not grow to another point in your life. So I just look at that as life lessons. But you made a strong point there. Folks, we do more for folks than they would ever consider doing for themselves.
Ever.
That's deep.
Ever. They be like, hey, go work 3 jobs. You don't even work 1, but you got me out here working 3. Like, but they never would, never could, never did. But to have me out there doing it.
You got people telling you your food tastes nasty. They ain't never helped you buy groceries a day in their life. You got people
realize misery loves company too. So you got to be careful of that dynamic too. A lot of people are miserable and they want you to be miserable right along with them, because that lessens their misery that they know that they're in. You know, a lot of people know where they are. They just either can't make the choice to do differently, or they don't want to because you become comfortable. We've often heard Coach talk about being comfortable and how comfortable is dangerous to your progression. And sometimes you get comfortable, even though you know that it's not what's meant for you, it's not what's best for you, and it's not serving anyone else. But you get so used to it that you are afraid to step out into something that's uncomfortable. So ladies and men too, because we have some men in the community and we welcome more men. So choose you, get funded, do something for you. So this can be an accomplishment that you put on your mantle. So if you want those folks that, you know, kind of separated, or you separated from, or they separated from you and they decide to check on you and come visit, and they can say, what is that up there on your mantle? What's that? Oh, I've been busy while you've been gone.
Look, it ain't nothing like filling out this paperwork, y'all.
Okay.
And when you wake up and you go and check your email, and then you go, oh, let me go look at my bank account. And then you go to your bank account.
Look.
That will have you feeling so accomplished, so good, ready to be turned up. You best believe that happiness is about to pour down on everybody near you. When you can get the stuff that you need for your business, whether that's that inventory, that software, a coach, whatever your level up is, and you're able to do that because you did one simple thing like filling out this paperwork.
First step. Everything starts with a first step. And you'll be surprised that when you take that first step, what resources and people will come. It seems like they come out the woodwork to help
Right.
you and to move you forward.
Okay.
And what that does, Verlin, what does that do for your confidence?
For you're confident. And you know, sometimes the first step is the hardest.
Mhm.
That's it. Make that decision and take that step. You're scared to take that first step. Just do it for you.
And you know, I
It's,
say as long as it don't kill you or it don't hurt somebody else, what do you have to lose?
Right.
what do you have to
Evan,
do?
Look, I done took a
Take a
lot of
chance
with it.
on you. Take a chance on you. Just take a chance on you. You took a chance on doing what you had to do to get this done, to get that done for this person, for
right.
that person, for the household. Take a chance on you. Who
You've
else
been
is
reaching out.
offering
Hmm.
a $5,500 grant? Who's doing that?
It's a
And
grant,
you pay
y'all.
one.
It's
It's
a
a
grant.
grant. And you pay one. All you have to do is have a willing spirit, heart, and mind, and ready to put the work in.
Yeah, you got to do the work. You have to do the
But
work.
Do the work.
But
Y'all been
somebody
reaching out, right?
out there's been praying.
Right.
If only I could get some help, I would do this. But
This
here,
is that hand.
here it
This is
is.
that help. You know how God said he reaching out? We ain't saying we God, but Ebony, you made me think of it when you said how, you know, people be trying to keep us down in the hole. You got to keep climbing. And now, you know how when you got your hand out and you just need somebody to grab your hand to pull you up. This is that other hand over here. That's that
This is
application.
it.
That application is pulling you up out of that hole that you put yourself in, that your family put yourself in, your other job, anything and everything. You pulling yourself up, and we pulling you. We working as a community right now. As soon as
we
you
got the
fill
rope.
out that application, soon as you fill out that application, we pulling you in. So if you don't go through with this, it's because you pulled your hand out. You don't want this blessing. You don't want this community. You don't want this support. I know it probably sounds a little down and gloomy in here because we was getting real. But if you don't want that feeling, you tired of that feeling, you're going to fill out this application because you're choosing to do that's the whole reason it's called Free Women. We want to be free. We were bound. The chains are loosened. So
Look,
you
ain't nothing gonna keep you chained up. Look, my ancestors, they was chained up. Okay, my ancestors, they fought. So they had them chains on me. So any restrictions, that's me putting that on myself. Y'all, it's 2020. If 2020 ain't showed you nothing, that everything that we got can be taken away that ain't got our name on it, that should let you know. Put your name on it. Put your stamp on it, girl. Put that on it, because at the end of the day, when your name is on it, can't nobody take that away from you.
Right.
Nobody. At the end of the day,
That's your right. And you know, we don't know how our blessings are going to show up. We don't know in what form. We don't know what they're going to look like. We just don't know. We don't all the time know what our opportunities. We don't recognize our opportunities a lot of times. We don't see the open doors a lot of times.
Verlin.
But this is a phenomenal opportunity to free you. To free you. And the thing is, the community itself, when I think about all the women that just graduated 2 weeks ago, they're not gone. I bet you 90% of them will stay here in the community.
Have stayed.
I bet you
Have stayed.
they will. Right.
Yeah.
And then this is opening up again, affording other women the same opportunity to grow and free themselves. Even with you want to exit your job, we're not saying quit your job and have nothing. There's a strategy to do anything in life.
That's right.
Anything. You must have a plan and be prepared for anything. This opportunity here is phenomenal. I've seen so much growth in the recipients from this last certification. It's just amazing. Do it for you. Take a chance on you. You are all the you have. Once you're gone, it's it.
Say that again.
You're gone,
All the
You're
you
all the
have.
you have. You're all the you have.
That's right. And
Once
God
you're
gave
gone,
you for a specific reason.
yes, take a chance on you. bit.ly, free women 2020. Look over the certifications. It's a grant, not 100%. You're going to have some skin in the game.
That's right.
Some. Some skin in the game to prove that you really want this.
Right.
Take a chance
And we
on
know
you.
you want it.
That's right.
I'm
And
sorry.
with that, go ahead, Ebony.
No. I was with Berlin. You
Amen.
know you want it.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
With that, take a chance on you. We hope you shared the broadcast because sharing is caring. But another thing, if you come by and we're not here, please put in hashtag replay to let us know that you visited our house and we just weren't home at the time because we'll be looking for you. Want to say good morning and thank you to all that joined us on Facebook and on Periscope and on YouTube land. We're just everywhere. We are everywhere because we want to serve and we want to help so many people. We have a passion for you. As Coach has said, she has a passion to help women to create more millionaires in the world that who need that, who want that, who are looking for that. With
Right.
that said, we got to go and get our businesses straight and start our business day, because we love starting our days with you all. Anything you all want to say to the people before we leave?
I'm
I
a,
would say, don't be afraid. Um, I know I'm a lot of personality, but I was not like this my whole life. You know, I've been through a lot of things and I chose me. And it got me here, you know, and every day is a struggle sometimes. So don't think that you are alone. It's just get into this community because the support that's been here, I wouldn't be telling you to take that leap of faith if I didn't myself. I took that leap of faith. When I first met Coach, I was on one of her lives. After that live, I think within that week, I signed up because the ancestors told me, girl, you want what you want. This is how you're going to get it. And I have been so happy ever since. Not one regret.
I'm going to end with there's nothing wrong to choose you. There's nothing wrong to choose you. I encourage you to choose you. You're going to heal when you choose you.
Mm.
And if you want to heal in so many ways, physically, mentally, emotionally, choose you. There's nothing wrong with choosing you. Bet on you for once. You know how they say bet on black or whatever. Bet on you and choose you. I'm gonna end with that. Choose you there and stick to your guns. When you choose you, that's the root being planted in the ground. So ain't nobody finna come root that up and pull it up. It's not gonna do nothing but get watered. Choosing you is putting that seed and it's gonna root and get watered.
Absolutely.
And choosing you is choosing your legacy
Mm.
because they're already depending on you
Mm-hmm.
because you do for them. Because you do for them. They're already depending on you and you're already given. But what you need to do is give to you. And that's okay. Nourish the root because that's what you are. You're the root because you're given. You're given. Nourish you. Do this for you. Because we all had that thing down in our little belly. We all have it. Oh, I wish I could.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I could do that, but I don't know. Do it for you. Take the chance. Like I always close with, take the chance on you and do it for you. What do you have to lose? If you don't do it, it's a done deal. Nothing from nothing leaves nothing because you didn't try.
Right.
Just apply and see what happens. That your mindset will change. You just change, and you feel good about you. You feel it's a good thing to feel good about you, and you know you're doing good. It's a good thing. It's a beautiful feeling. It's priceless.
It is
Take
priceless.
care of you today, this day. Take care of you. If you don't do anything else for you today, go to this link and look it over. And if it's for you, you'll feel it. And if not, it's okay. It's okay. But at least do one thing for you, the person, you, the woman. One thing. Just one. And if that one thing is going to link, we thank you. But at least take some time for you today. Take that me time because it's necessary. We thank you for joining us this morning. We love you, and we do not take it for granted that you stopped by to visit and share with us. And we look forward to seeing you again tomorrow morning. Have an amazing day. Bye bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.